Interesting news coming out of Mexico right now. Juan Manuel Marquez said recently that Canelo has to get in line now if he wants to get the winner of Bivol and Bitterbill because Benavidez is now the interim champion at 175, and now he's waiting for the winner of Bitterbill and Bivol, so he has a direct opportunity. I think in that sense, Canelo has to wait after the fight. Whoever wins the Bitterbill or Bivol fight, and whoever wins the Benavidez versus Bivol or Bitterbill fight. At some point, Canelo decides to fight Benavidez. Marquez made it clear that he has to wait, man. He has to get in line at 75, and that at 68, they're not going to be a problem. There's not going to be a problem with Benavidez jumping back down there to get the fight. With everyone knowing that now he's not the biggest guy that Canelo's fought. He's probably, that he's not the biggest guy that Canelo will fight. I think Kovalev, I think Munguia, and I think Berlanga is bigger than Benavidez. Anybody want to test that, you can go ahead, but I know y'all been getting information recently, but I don't think it will be a lot of work for Benavidez to return to 168. He had his first fight against Bozic at 175, and I don't think he's a fighter who has been very used to the division. He's not a fighter who has been at 175 for 2 or 3 years. I don't think it'll be hard for him to go back down to 168. Marquez would know better than anybody. And that's what I'm saying, though. There's nothing left at 168. Now we have to see what he decides to do, whether he goes up to 175 or what Canelo wants to do. If Canelo wants to go to light heavyweight, he said that weight was the difference. We'll see what he wants for himself, what is coming for him, because it is very important. 168 seems to be, it's bottom feeders at this time. You got a Billy out there, but what is he going to... I told people already, I was kind of skeptical about that just because of we seen what Derevyanchenko kind of did against Billy recently. And Canelo is Canelo. He's still one of the greats. So I'm not just trying to throw anybody in there. That's what I'm saying right now. There's a lot of things going on where fans are just throwing anybody in the ring with Canelo. Bro, these fighters ain't good enough to be jumping in the ring with him, man. Like, if you're really a fan of boxing, just admit that, because I'm a fan of Canelo. And for us to be testing him just against anybody, that's not really... I think Canelo could have got easier knockouts and tougher fights. Let me tell you how that makes sense. I know a lot of people been saying, well, guys been surviving against Canelo. Well, throw a guy in there who's willing to get himself knocked out to try to win the fight. I've seen guys get knocked out trying to win a fight. Pacquiao against Marquez, he got knocked out trying to win a fight. So we've seen it before. Did anybody say, oh, Pacquiao trash now? Nah. So we've seen guys, man, fans know how good somebody is. That's why the fans want to play games like they don't know. They know how good somebody is even when he gets knocked out. They've seen that. They proved that. The whole Pacquiao-Marquez situation, it proves all that. We've seen a guy get knocked out and people still buy 2 or 3 million pay-per-views for the fight. So that's not really a big deal to me. It's really not. And to the fans, it hasn't been. But for these guys to be going 12 rounds, like the fact that we're happy to see people go 12 rounds with Canelo, it's a step back for him. It's not really... We're going to look back in people's careers and we're going to say, man, that one guy, we were just happy he went 12 rounds with Canelo. That's not good. When we was watching Triple G, we weren't happy that he went 12 rounds with Canelo. And that's what people got to realize. They're going to figure it out soon, though, man. A lot of these legends and everybody, they know what time it is. They know what's going on in boxing, whether the fans want to admit it or not, which is fine by me. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, these young fighters that's coming up, if you ain't popular, you ain't good enough. I don't care how good you are. If you ain't popular, they not finna give you the credit you deserve. So these young guys, after Canelo retire and everything else, and y'all want to get in boxing and you feel like your talent is good, but you ain't got the popularity, or you ain't from this place or that place, they not finna give you the credit you deserve. Not in boxing. I'm telling you, you don't earn your spots like that. You can't earn a title no more. You can't do it the right way and just fight the best. And that don't work no more. It's all about popularity, pay-per-views, money, how somebody else feel about. I'm telling you, this is gonna hurt a lot of young boxers. It's already doing it now. It's already hurting a lot of young guys now. It's hurting a lot of young guys now. It's already started. But the pressure they putting on other fighters, like, well, Benavidez need to go do this. He needs to go do that. These young fighters coming up, it's not looking good for y'all. Go along with this Canelo thing if you want to, but if you're a boxer and you're a young guy, do you want to be used as a person whose fans are just glad that he went 12 rounds with them and then forget about you? Then the next time you fight, you're not even on pay-per-view? Oh, yeah, he went 12 rounds with Canelo. Oh, good. We're going to follow him on Instagram. Then they won't even buy your pay-per-view no more. Now you're not on pay-per-view. Okay. If that's what we doing, that's what we doing. But that's all I got.